You're still watching Arise 360, and my name is Kachi Ofia. So let's get straight into this conversation that I'm so excited to have. Now, you see, the entertainment industry is one major sector in Nigeria that has done so well for itself, from music to fashion and the movie industry itself, Nollywood. And with more of our content dominating streaming platforms across the globe, there is no better time to tell our story than now, as there is so much attention on our local content. So our guest today is one person who is constantly creating original content. He holds a diploma in and Bachelor of Arts degree in filmmaking and a Master of Arts degree in view, aside several informal trainings in the art of filmmaking. Now, he is a beneficiary as well of federal government Bank of Industry Nolly Fund scheme, and this is what he used to produce his movie Shadow Parties, a film on this very intricate detail that exposes the evil inherent in communal clashes. So Shadow Parties, it's known to be a first indigenous Yoruba cultural movie, the first of its kind, featuring both Nigerian actors and actresses as well as Hollywood movie professionals. Well, the movie gives insights about families facing destruction in a long-running conflict between communities that pitched relatives against each other in the midst of so much absurdity, viciousness, attacks, and reprisals. Well, joining me on Arise 360 now to speak on his new film, as well as the growing popularity of Nigerian movies on Netflix, is Yemi Amudu. It's great to have you on Arise 360. Thanks for joining me. Great movie you have there. You mentioned that it was as a result of a fund that you received from the Bank of Industry. Tell us about, that process to getting the funds to making this film.
Anyway, what am I going to say? Except that whatever you are doing, you should put in your best. And once you have the best, then the best will always come out the best. So my getting the fund from BOI was not so difficult, was not that difficult, because I have a focus, I have a target. And the target is I have a movie to make, I have a story to tell. And I am convinced that the story is profound, it's ingenious. So once I know that it is original, I know that it's going to be come out captivating, and entertaining the audience, informing them, because it's a didactic story, something that teaches the moral, something that, take us away from the era or from the styles of comedy, either it is push, plastic, satire, or whatever form of comedy. Let us go into what we call art house, something that is serious, something that is bordering on the society, something that speaks to the societal woes of fratricidal war, of communal clashes, territorial clashes, and so on and so forth. Something that talk about brothers killing brothers because of land disputes. Why should we kill ourselves because of what? Vanity upon vanity. So once I have this, I was convinced that it is going to get the fund. And exactly the way I presented my project, I thank God that the history is now Shadow Parties, trending on Netflix.
On that. So with regards to getting the cast of your film, I noticed Omotola Jolade Kende is in it. I noticed Toyin Abraham is in that movie as well. Shola Shobowale. You have a couple of A-list actors in there. So do you want to give us an insight as to just how much you spent producing this movie?
The movie is over 100 million naira. It's over 100 million naira, little over 100 million naira. You see, having a movie like this, you have to consider so many things. You have to consider, one, the actors that will be able to use all the tools of an actor. The gesticulation, the gestures, the arms, what we call pantomimic dramatization, everything, the flexes, actors being dynamic, being able to switch. Because in filmmaking, one thing should be sure, and that is what we call verisimilitude, believability, appearance of reality. Once you are watching an actor, once you are watching an actor delivering a particular character, he must be able to do it with dexterity. something that will be convincing to the people that are watching it. And that is why I had to assemble this kind of actors. Like you have a Nomatola Jalade, you have a Yemi Black, you have a Shola Shubowale, you have Tony Abraham, and even people across the sea, like Lucia Morgan, like Magdalena Kopasu, my brother from Poland. So now, financing the film, when you talk about the budget, is humongous, because of what I, tend to achieve in terms of one, actions. In terms of two, you are talking about mise-en-scene, which is has to do with scenography. What to see, what the audience should see on the television. So we are talking about the production design. We are talking about art, directions, and so on. Now you talk about the cinematography, the kind of camera to use. Even though this is the era of digital cinematography, but I must use the digital cinematography par excellence as a magical pen to write this film. That's if I'm going to get anywhere at all. And that is why when you look at it, you look at the picture quality, you look at the acting, you look at the delivery, of the lines, the dialogue, which is the vehicle of a dramatic action. You will see that everything is standard, justifying the investment we've done, to put the film together.
I can only imagine, and it looks good. So I have got one more question for you. The movie is currently trending on Netflix. However, that success that it's currently having, would you say it is satisfactory considering the fact that it is only within Nigeria that it is trending on Netflix? In the global space for Netflix, it's not trending. But within the Nigerian space for Netflix, it is number one. Would you say that is satisfactory enough compared to how much you invested in the film?
No, I don't agree with you. It is everywhere in the world except for non-English speaking countries. In London, we are getting very good feedback. In US, we are getting very good feedback. Wherever they speak English, Shadow Parties is trending there. And that is why you see it being flashed by Netflix every time. So it is everywhere except in non-English speaking countries. And Netflix is preparing to launch the film in those territories. I can assure you of that. But as of now, not only in Nigeria, in Africa, wherever they speak English, in the UK, in the US, and all the countries where they speak English. Yes, Shadow Parties is trending there. So, but yet, I am not still satisfied because people from non-English, English-speaking countries are protesting, because they have heard so much about it and they want to see it firsthand. They want to experience it. They don't just want to go by reportorial, whatever narration. So they want to see the film for real. And I think in a couple of weeks, it will be in the territories of non-English speaking countries.
All right. Well, I find that really interesting because I'm aware that the movie is definitely trending in Nigeria, and I know Netflix is a territorial market in the sense that what we see here, on our Netflix platform is different from what people in, say, the US, maybe you're in New York or you're in LA or you're in the UK, would see. So, which is why I'm not quite sure, maybe you understood my question with regards to it being number one. But if you insist, maybe I just haven't seen, I'm just maybe looking at a different algorithm entirely. But basically, to wrap up this conversation, what are your expectations now for people who have watched this movie? What do you want them to get out of it?
Can you repeat the question again?
What would you like people to get out of this movie? When people watch it, what do you want them to take away from it?
No, yes, they should take away the fact that peace should be non-negotiable. We cannot negotiate peace. Let the world be at peace. Let Nigeria be at peace. Let Southwest Nigeria be at peace. Let Northwest Nigeria be at peace. Let us live in harmony. Let us ensure what we call tranquility. Let us, love one another. Let us see ourselves as brothers. Brothers killing brothers, no. You are killing because of territorial, no. Let people take it away. Me, as an apostle of peace, I tell people, there is nothing like peace. There is nothing like being peaceful. You yourself will have a settled mind. Let them take it away from shadow parties. Let them learn it from the shadow parties. Let them see how the purveyors, how the sponsors of, this kind of evils are being reprimanded. Yes, let us learn from it. Let us learn how to live in peace. That is exactly what I want people to take away from the film. Peace and peace and peace. No other thing except peace. That is when we can have a healthy society to live in.
Well, Mr. Yemi Amodu, I have to say congratulations on making such a beautiful film. And thank you so much for joining us on Arise 360 today.